And here's our Calgary Bureau Chief, Salim Valji, standing just outside of where the candlelight vigil was on Wednesday night, outside of the Saddledome. Salim, great for you to join us. I know this has just been a very, very difficult few days for the entire city. I mean, the whole hockey world's still coming to grips with this senseless tragedy. But let's just specifically talk about Calgarians. What's been the mood around the city? Because I know this is a player that was really loved by that community.
Yeah, Jay, he was adored here, and even though he played for Columbus near the end, he was always a Calgary Flame, Jay. Let's make no mistake. People loved him here from the moment they saw his grainy YouTube highlights after they drafted him in 2011, and there was the drama about if he would sign here. He wins the Hobey Baker. Like, he really gave fans close to a decade worth of highlights on the ice. But, Jay, I think they fell in love with him more for Johnny hockey off the ice. And that's why even right now, after the vigil, you see dozens, if not hundreds of people still around the Saddledome. They loved Johnny, the human being over here, Jay. They loved how down to earth he was for a hockey star. They loved how he had time for everyone. He was a rock star here in Calgary, and yet, you know, it didn't get to his head. There's so many stories about Johnny just being a good guy, a guy that at times, as you heard in the tributes, was maybe a little too laid back for Michael Backlund and Craig Conroy's liking. But he was a universally loved teammate. He put the Calgary Flames on the map. He literally inspired hundreds of kids to register in minor hockey over here, Jay, because, you know, kids saw that, you know what, this undersized guy, if he can do it, then so can I. And, you know, I think the mood's shifted since Friday. I think it's gone from disbelief to sort of not a celebration, but, you know, let's honor him the best way possible. And that's why so many people are still here. You know, the tributes have been incredible. And this really is a moment for the community to gather, because there is such a collective heartbreak here, Jay. You know, I saw strangers embracing one another, you know, fans coming up to staff members and just hugging them. The city of Calgary has come together during this awful, awful tragedy. And I mean, maybe that's a little bit of comfort, because there is such a heartache over here. I think it'll take a long time to heal. And the city, the city is still in a collective shock, but they always view Johnny as one of their own. And I think that's just what makes this all the more heartbreaking. But they have come together, and you can see that in the vigil and in the people behind me.
I got to say, you've done a terrific job all night. I know this has been a really tough assignment for sure. So thanks for spending just a few minutes with us. We really appreciate it, Salim.
Thanks, Jay.